All right, everyone. As I mentioned, I'm going to be setting up the March pages, and I'll also talk a little bit about how I work with the journal, because I don't do everything at the beginning of the month, but some things I do are I use this calendar to get the dates for the new moon, which will be March 21st. The moon will be in Aries. All right, Aries, just in case, because sometimes I don't remember the astrological signs. The full moon will be April 5th, and it will be in Libra. So Aries is actually my natal moon. Because I was born in October in a full moon. My intentions for this month, I just want to check back on my intentions for February. So I said this month I want to nurture my budding writing practice by scheduling 1 hour for creative and reflective writing, 30 minutes each day, continue my journaling routine, read books to help my writing practice. So I have been thinking about what I want to do this month, and I really want to write to share on my blog. So I want to write some blog posts. And so my intention is to write at least one blog post and publish it each week. So 4 blog posts total. I have some ideas of the topics. One post per week. So this will help me practice the cycle of writing, which will be like the brainstorming, the writing, the editing again, and then sharing. The other thing I want to work on this month, I mean, is on starting and maintaining a commonplace book. And I have been reading and watching a lot of videos about commonplace books. And also, I don't want to do 3 goals, but something else that I'm exploring is not goals, intentions, is knowledge management systems. So I learned about like the building a second brain, and I also am learning about this other note-taking system called Zettelkasten. So I think I wrote them down here in my curiosity. I didn't. I should have. Oh, commonplace in second brain and note-taking in general. So what I'm gonna do next is check a message. Excuse me. I'll leave this empty for some notes or a quote if I come up on one. But I'm going to paste this here. And this one, it says, I pledge to have more fun this month. When I take the joy-filled option, I recognize that this is a way of being nurturing to myself. The more fun I have, the more others enjoy being around me as well. In this way, I spread positive energy wherever I go. In February, I had this thought of, was it February? Maybe it was January, about letting things be fun. Sometimes we can get so serious. Where's it? See, let it be fun. So I guess that is a continuing thread. And So I'm just going to put this in here with some washi tape. And then I will probably journal a little bit more in detail about my my creative intentions. I'll find the quote to place here. Last month I didn't do the astrological transits because I have been so focused on my writing and learning about writing that I just have neglected some of the other things that I'm interested in. Let's see. I'm just thinking of some things I could do to show you that it can be very simple. I don't have like a lot of art supplies. Well, I do have a lot of art supplies, but I have like the basics, like color pencils and highlighters and some rolls of washi tape. So it doesn't have to be a very heavy lift to decorate your journal. If you have some, like that one, it's kind of hiding there. If you have some collage paper, I have a lot of collage paper. I might do some of that, like pasting some borders here and there. I used to do way more decorating on the when I had this journal. It's just a booklet, so it's just that sometimes you have the time and sometimes you don't have the time. And to some people this might be like not super pretty, but I think that it's freeing to just kind of try something and not be too worried about whether it looks nice. And I'm going to add a few other colors here. So for this page, because I do own oracle cards, I would just go through my collection and pick a deck that I feel would be good for this month, or maybe a deck I haven't used in a while, and I'll do my card reading and write my reflections here. Then I wonder if this one has to repeat. I would do that card reading. Oh, hopefully the final one didn't have a repeated spread. Let's see. I know there was another a different spread that I wanted to share with everyone, so I think I'm gonna make a note to create a post on Instagram and share the other spread that should have been here. I don't think I have any sticky notes, so I'm just gonna write it here. I don't even know if I'm in frame, but hopefully. So some pages I'll leave empty. The monthly allies and symbols, I haven't decided on a crystal that I'll be working with. Sometimes these just come up during the day, like I'll see a crystal, like I just saw a crystal on Instagram. Somebody was sharing that they're working with that one, so maybe I would pick that one. If there's a plant that catches my eye, that would be my plant ally. So the allies and symbols can be things that you choose intentionally, or they can be things that come up during your day. For the daily tracker, I think I'm going to do a combination of writing each day, writing, brainstorming, editing, and reviewing notes, and doing something with my notes, because like I mentioned, that's one of my things to do. So I'll be keeping track of my writing, but there's these different writing activities that I will consider as successfully doing the writing, and then I will write notes on each. And you can decorate these circles, you can paint them, you can fill them in once you have done the writing. You could use stickers, any it's very open to however you feel you want to express your creativity. And here I wish I had a ruler, but I usually divide this into 4 pieces. Just eyeballing it here. Sometimes some are bigger than others. So I know the new moon is coming up. Where did I leave my little? The new moon will be March 21st, so 3/21, and it will be in the sign of Aries. Then the quarter moon, I actually have to go to my moon calendar, but you can search online for the major moon phases. So I'll do a different video, and I'll share this. Then let's see. So the new moon is there. The quarter moon is Tuesday, March 28th. 3/28, and it will be in the sign of Cancer. One of the things I'm planning to change for my journal for next year is that instead of having to follow the Gregorian calendar, I'm really considering making it following the moon phases. So the month will begin with when the new moon begins. And one of the reasons is because sometimes the way that it works is that one of the phases of the moon will be in the next month. So for example, here we're already in April for the full moon, and we are still working in the March pages. If that makes sense. So that's one of the things that I want to figure out how to do better, and one of my solutions is to follow the moon calendar. Instead of being January, February, March, it would be December, January cycle. So when we get to the new moon, I'll come back here and I will draw something, write something, depending on how I'm feeling and what has come up for me. So this is where you write down, you can make a list of things that you're interested in. So like I mentioned, I'm interested in this note taking method called Zettelkasten, which means slip box in German, and it was invented by Nikolaus Luhmann, I think is the name of the social scientist. I'm also interested in learning to use this note-taking app called Obsidian. And right now I think these are good enough. As I mentioned, I usually work on this journal at night, and I will flip through the different pages and fill out different things like what I had listened to, any new books that I'm reading. I can actually add some of that in here. I'll try different styles of drawing, self-portraits. I'll write down different dreams and ideas. And then here you can choose what area you want for each of the images. So I don't think I've done reading in the circle, so I'll just title it now. I'll do watching in the cloud. This is one of the things that I also want to change. I'll do listening here, because like the circle and the square are easy to write in. I love the rainbow and the cloud, but sometimes it can be kind of tricky to write in them. So I'm thinking of changing the shapes. Experiencing. So the experiencing one, I meant for it to be used for like workshops or conferences or trips that you are going on. But sometimes it can be more like experiencing talking to my children about a specific thing. So then we have the weekly check-in, and this weekly check-in actually is falling in the middle of a week, so it would be like February 27 to the end of let's see, paste it. Then I would add no sticky notes for March so that I can easily find things. Actually, I end up moving the sticky notes instead of having here. I wanted to check, so the end of the week will be March 5th. 35, and I should have done that already. Just moving the tracking sheet. I'm very conscious of reusing things, so here we go. This way it doesn't get too cluttered either. What's next? Curiosity. And if the stickies run out of the adhesive in the back, I'll just get some new ones from my pack. I don't usually do the moon. I don't have a sticky note for it because I will put this as the divider, and I wrote like a moon or drew a moon there. What else? We'll see what new ways of self-portrait I learn this month. Put that there. Oh, backwards. So this is the self-portrait and gratitude, and actually I should try to stagger them so that I can see them better. And what's left? Dreams. And ideas. I'll leave the February one. No ideas. And then the last one that I want to move is the weekly pages. The weekly pages are something else that I'm considering maybe changing, but I won't make a decision on that yet. I think here would be good. All right. So now I have I don't have my sticky notes with me here, but I will add another one for March here so that I know where to go. And as I mentioned, I'll just come back and decorate a little more here and there. I'll come back to fill in some of the journaling prompts, and tonight when I check in, I'll do my tracking, and that's basically all I do for the setup for the beginning of the month. And then just throughout the month is when I work on the pages. So hopefully that is interesting for you, and if you have a journal like this one, I gave you some ideas of how you can also set it up. Thank you so much for watching.